I've been a forensic scientist for 15 years. I've seen a lot of things: charred bodies, open skulls, crushed spines. Nothing makes me emotional anymore. That's what I thought until this one incident. It happened in one of the abandoned wards of an old psychiatric hospital. The hospital had been in operation until 1998, but due to a series of scandals, it was closed down. However, the morgue where I worked remained operational. We were moved to the old building so as not to spend money on a new building. The corpse was brought in on Wednesday night. The woman, 43 years old, was admitted to the intensive care unit 3 days ago with seizures and memory loss. Doctors could not determine the cause, and on the third day, her heart simply stopped. I did the autopsy. The paperwork was strange. In the column "Place of Residence" was the address of the same hospital. Although there was no information about her hospitalization, the cause of death was even stranger: unspecified neurological dysfunction. I opened the bag and saw her face. It was wrong. Not because of trauma or decomposition. Something about its proportions was unsettling. Her forehead was a little wider than it should be, her lips were thinner, and her eyes seemed too deep. I started the autopsy. Chest incision. Everything's normal. Organs are in place. Lungs, liver, heart, no abnormalities. The only strange thing was the body was completely clean inside. No fusions, no scars, no traces of disease. It was like I wasn't looking at a 40-year-old woman, but a perfectly preserved fake. I started on the skull. I opened it and something went wrong. I expected to see a brain. Instead, it was something else. Inside the skull was a smooth, translucent mass that looked like a gel sac. It pulsed slightly as if reacting to the air. I gently touched it with the scalpel. And that's when she opened her eyes. Two completely black pupils inside the mass stared directly at me. I jumped up, dropping my instruments. The body in front of me began to breathe slowly. Though its ribcage was cut open, its lungs began to rise and fall. But it wasn't breathing. It was an imitation of breathing. It was as if it was trying to figure out how humans worked. I stepped back, but the body jerked its head sharply in my direction. I don't know how long I stood there without moving. But then, the creature just froze. The fluid inside the skull began to slowly cloud over, turning into a gray mess. I called the chief medical officer and the police. By the time they arrived, in front of them lay an ordinary corpse with an ordinary brain. No traces of fluid, no strange eyes, nothing. Officially, in the report, I wrote, "Tissue decomposition due to autolysis." But I know what I saw, and the scary part isn't what I found. The scary thing is that now I see people like that everywhere, in the queue at the shop, on the underground, in hospitals. And sometimes when I meet their gaze, they recognize me too.